What is up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. We are currently midnight right now. It's 12:04. There's currently a fucking bat in our house. We don't actually know what to do. We're both standing by the door about to run out of the house because we're so scared. I'm editing a video over there on the couch and the bat flew past me, hit the wall, flew past me again. It went up the stairs. I don't know where it is. I think there's a hole in our attic, so I think it's up in the attic right now, chilling. I took this broom thing and I was banging around up there and I don't think anything moved. Maybe it's a bird, maybe it's a bat, maybe it's a plane, maybe it's fucking Superman. We're both scared. The dog is scared. We're all having a nightmare right now and we don't want to sleep, and it's midnight and we have work at 6 in the morning. So I want to talk about creatine. Now, it's like 98 degrees outside. We had a bat in our house a couple of days ago, which I think you guys seen in the beginning of this video. It's living in our attic. Now the problem that I'm having with them is that it's like about 140 degrees in my attic. I don't know how anything survives up there. It should be burning alive right now. The problem that we're having is that there's a massive hole in our attic that's in my office, and that's exactly where, Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. So what I was saying is, since there's a massive hole in the attic, the bat came out of the attic and into the living room, and then it flew back into the attic. So hopefully that bat's died because it's so hot in there. The guy who came over to determine if the bat was still up there didn't even go upstairs. He didn't even go up. He just came by and inspected the fucking walls and behind the pictures, checked in some bags, checked underneath the bed, and then was like, yep, the bat isn't there. It's probably in the attic. I'm like, no shit. I know the bat's in the attic. I didn't need to call you over here and get charged $250 for you to tell me that I already know that the bat is in the attic. But this is actually leading into the video perfectly, because the reason that I actually am taking creatine is because I want to be able to bite the bat in half, kill it, and use it as an extra ability to grow extra muscle fibers and increase my development of all my muscles. But in actuality, creatine is one of the most important supplements to be taking. And yes, you can get creatine naturally by eating a lot of meat, but the studies show that in order to get the correct dosage of creatine in meat, you have to eat about 1 pound of cooked meat a day, which is a ton of beef and a ton of meat. So I probably would recommend not doing that path and just taking a supplement like this micronized creatine monohydrate. This stuff is great. It's flavorless. It does have a little bit of a chalky flavor if you don't mix it with water, but I'm gonna go into exactly why you should be taking it later in the video. We're gonna get into some workouts right now, and I can safely say that my workouts have been going incredibly smooth, and I've been recovering better, and my strength has been going up significantly since taking creatine. I took it for about 12 years and then I stopped taking it, and I took a 4, 5, 6 month hiatus, and now I'm back on it, and wow, do I feel amazing. It is life-changing. So take it if you can. It's $30 for a tub of 60 servings. Super affordable, super cheap. You can find it at frickin' Walmart. It's universally available. But let's get into the workout, and we'll see you after to talk more in depth about why creatine is incredibly important in your daily routine. So today's video is going to be based on creatine monohydrate, right? We're going to buy all of them again. We're going to have 2 years of supplies of creatine, because why the frick not? So creatine not only is a great muscle recovery product, but it also helps with strength output. One of the reasons that you take this is to enhance that overall recovery, but also to get more power. You can develop more strength just by taking 5 grams a day. It's so beneficial from ages 8 to 88. You can take it year-round, all ages. All right, this seems like the actual perfect time to go into a explanation and video on why I think creatine monohydrate is the #1 most beneficial supplement in the history of all supplementation. I have to say, not only is creatine incredibly powerful as a standalone supplement, but when you pair it with enough hydration, food, exercise, all of those things, transforms this supplement into the greatest of all time instead of just a great product. And the reason being is because creatine is so universally welcomed in the body. And what I mean by universally welcomed is that it doesn't really matter how old you are, how young you are. It's a supplement that can be taken at any age. Realistically, like you're not going to be taking it at 6 years old, even though I guess you could in a perfect world, but I'd probably recommend taking it at like, 10, 11, 12 years old, and then you could take it pretty much until you die. It's a supplement that you don't have to cycle on and off on. A lot of supplements such as pre-workouts that have a mass amount of caffeine in it, or pre-workouts that are non-stim like hydraulic, these supplements, you have to kind of cycle on and off depending on how long you take it, because as you know, you can build a caffeine tolerance or a tolerance to certain ingredients, and that can limit the function of what supplements will do for you. Such as if you take a pre-workout that has 150 milligrams of caffeine in it, at some point your body is going to stop getting the same effect at that level of caffeine. So you take 2 scoops, and then you get kind of set on 2 scoops, and then your body doesn't handle that well, so you take 2.5 scoops, and then you go into a supplement that has 300 milligrams of caffeine, and then 400 and 500. So what you're supposed to do is cycle on and off caffeine. Body builds a tolerance, that's the word. And as soon as your body gets that tolerance level, you got to take more. Now, what I recommend with pre-workouts, I personally will take a pre-workout for about a month, then I'll take like a week or 2 off, and then I'll use just a pump product like hydraulic or full as fuck from Rich Piana's line, 5%, and that'll kind of get me through that cycle of where I'm tapering myself off of caffeine completely. So I'm not even taking energy drinks or pouches or anything. It's just straight no caffeine. And yes, you get kind of headaches and stuff and withdrawal, but in the end, when you go back onto it, you're getting that full effect. Creatine, you don't actually have to cycle off. You can get the same benefit and same effect year round, year after year after year. And that's why it's such a powerful supplement, because it is naturally occurring in food, meat, but you can get it with this powder, and it's super affordable, super cheap. Target is actually doing a discount on it right now at $17 for 60 servings, so go get it when you can and like stock up for a year. What I do is I typically take it every day at the same exact time. So typically I'll take it at 3 to 4 p.m., which is 3 p.m. right now, because that's when I have my pre-workout for when I go to the gym. So I always will have my creatine pre-workout, just because it's easy for me to remember when I can take it and when to take it. And it has kind of a chalky flavor to it, so it helps to drink with something that has a flavor, such as this pre-workout, which is strawberry lemonade, and then this pre-workout that is Thunder Pop. So all of these supplements kind of mask the flavor of this powder because it is chalky, and you can drink it plain if you really want to, but you really shouldn't because it's kind of gross. Also, a supplement like creatine is a water bonding supplement, so it really works best when you take it with water and not just dry scoop it like a lot of supplements do. Hydraulic, for example, it's better to take it with water because the water helps funnel the ingredients into the areas that are needed versus just taking a dry scoop. There are certain ingredients in this that actually need water to be activated, which is why you should be taking it with water. Pre-workout, in all, caffeine is caffeine, so just take the scoop of caffeine or caffeine pill and you'll be good. So let's make this. Got our funnel, got our creatine, 5 grams of creatine a day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. This is our pump product. We're gonna put 1 heaping scoop in there, another half a scoop. This is a 11.5 gram scoop. Creatine is 5, so I'm gonna take a little less than half, 5 grams. Put that sucker back in, and then we're gonna get a little bit of caffeine. We're gonna mix this scoop in. This is 150 milligrams of caffeine. Really good. It's made from green coffee berry, which is actually a organic stimulant versus, a processed caffeine. It's kind of gross looking because I mixed 3 different kinds of things together, so it looks like kind of like fucking vomit. So creatine is a great supplement because of the fact that you can take it year round. So what creatine does is it bonds with water. The way you can think about creatine is that your muscles are flat, like paper thin. And when you take creatine, it takes water that's circulating in your body and it funnels it into the muscle bellies that are deficient in hydration, which gives you that illusion of looking more full, looking bigger, muscles are looking more developed. It's because they're now filled with water. So obviously you're gonna kind of look a little bit more bloated because the muscles are being full. That is why creatine is so beneficial. Why you need to be drinking a lot of water when you're taking creatine, because creatine absorbs so much of the water that you're drinking throughout the day. You need extra water to kind of funnel through your body to just keep you hydrated. Creatine will help your body stay hydrated in a sense where your muscles will stay hydrated, but that's not completely hydrating your body, if that makes sense. When you take creatine, like I said, it takes water and it funnels it into the muscles that are deficient. Makes them full, makes them bigger, which in turn makes you stronger and gives you more power. Because you're able to have a bigger muscle belly and have it more full and hydrated, it has more stamina. It has more energy, which allows you to do more. Your endurance is higher, your strength is stronger, your power output is better. All of these things are super vital when you take creatine because it's allowing you to do more. So when you are lifting weight and you're like, wow, why am I able to lift way more today, or way more this week, or way more this month? How come I can PR every single week? It's most likely due to creatine monohydrate and your body getting more full with power and with hydration. Creatine typically takes about 30 days to kick in. There is a loading phase. You don't have to necessarily load. It says like 2 to 3 scoops a day for the first 2 weeks or whatever. Just take 5 grams every single day, continuously every single day. If you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. Just pick up where you left off. Don't double up the next day. Just keep going 5 grams. Creatine, for me, has helped me significantly in my power output and my strength. I literally went from like 2 weeks ago from a 335 pound deadlift. I've been taking creatine for about 2 months now, and I just hit 395, I think, or 390, and it went up pretty easily. So it's a pretty big jump. I could have been sore, lack of hydration and food consumption, but I'm fairly certain that the creatine has helped me with that strength. Mentally, physically, emotionally, it's helped me in all of those situations. Now, not only does creatine help with strength output and power, as I just explained my deadlifts, but my squats, my shoulder presses, I feel better, I feel more fluid. It also helps with your recovery. So recovery is the second largest part of working out, because if you can work out day 1 and feel good, but you're not recovering your best, day 2 and day 3 workouts are not going to be proficient because your body is sore. Creatine actually helps with preventing soreness in a sense where your recovery is faster and the hydration, again, in your muscles are being refueled and recalibrated, so your body is able to restore those muscle fibers and enhance them at a rate that they typically wouldn't be enhanced at if you were just not taking it at all. If you ever wonder how people can recover so much faster after they do massive lifts or massive runs, it's typically because they're incorporating a creatine type supplement into their routine. If that's a creatine pill, creatine gummy, creatine powder, creatine whatever. There are so many factors into why creatine is beneficial. There's very, very little, if any at all, factors of why creatine is bad. It's the number 1 most sourced and backed up, scientifically studied supplement on the market. And I'm gonna have a bunch of links in the description that you can click on to read more about it in a more scientific approach, or like a Wikipedia kind of approach if you want it kind of dumbed down a little bit. So along with muscle growth, muscle stamina, muscle recovery, all of these things, creatine is just a naturally phenomenal product. So I recommend, if you can get it, take it. There's no age where you can't take it. There's no age too old. No, I guess there's an age too like young, but like if you're watching this video and you have a kid like 13, 14 years old, have them on creatine. I have clients who are 95-year-old who are taking creatine, who are able to walk and feel better in the pool, right? So if they can take it and they can do it every single day, I believe that you can too. So with that being said, creatine is an incredibly powerful supplement, and I totally recommend everybody to take it. Try it, right? The worst that can happen is you don't like how you feel on it, which isn't gonna happen because you're gonna love how you feel on it. But the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna waste $17.99 at Target. Like, come on, it's not that much of a, it's not that bad. So go to Target, go to Walmart, go to your supplement shop, go to bodybuilding.com, wherever you can go and get creatine monohydrate. There are a bunch of different kinds out there. Creatine monohydrate is the most studied and backed version of this. There are other forms. Just get the creatine monohydrate, and I can almost guarantee that that'll be just enough. It's what you should get and what you want. You're going to feel better, and you're going to feel more proficient in and out of the gym. And that, my friends, is a fact. Let's go lift and do some cool stuff because I'm feeling a little bit like this pre-workout is getting me energized. Oh, by the way, when you do take creatine and you put it in a water bottle, this is important. Every once in a while, it doesn't fully mix that well. So what I recommend is drinking like almost all of it, leave a little bit in it, just like that. Fill up your water bottle a little bit more, shake it up a little bit so you get all the extra creatine that's broken up and not, fully mixed, and then drink that so you get the full 5 grams digested at the same time. But creatine's great. Get creatine. Let's go work out. Let's get stronger. Let's feel better. And let's make the creatine movement begin.
Call me Bucky, niggas lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How a nigga rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he from the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of bitches but they still respect the women? He still rollin' this another, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that can never be forgiven. And my palms been itching, man, I like the superstition. You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low ball me, my cojones to the big ass. Bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Bri. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Bri. Bitch, I get high. Let me meditate, then I celebrate. Tryna get the cake, I don't take a break. Yeah, bitch, wait. Grew up in the 90s, we was watching Ricky Lake. We was eating top ramen or a TV dinner plate. Made that couple dollars, so I probably get the steak. Go on out at John and Venice, I told Quinn and I'll be late. Ay, I'm so epidemic, I'ma cause an epidemic. Put my feet up in the building, bitch, I'm feeling like a bitch, I get high. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Bri. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah.
So today was a good workout. It was an effective workout. It was a power workout. What I did today was specifically, as you saw, was dumbbell shoulder press, 4 sets of 5 to 6 reps, went from 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 55 pounds, and 60 pounds, but I don't think I filmed one of those. And then I did seated shoulder press with a Smith machine, where I had 25s on, then I threw 10s on, did that for 2 sets, and then I did a slow negative set for maybe 3 to 4 reps, and then I put the 10s on and took the 25s off and just kind of repped it out at a very slow pace. And then for the third exercise, I did seated shoulder press with a barbell, but I had my legs fully extended so it maximizes my core stability and shoulder strength. And then to end it, I did some lateral raises and front raises with the dumbbells pointed upwards. That hits the front delt and the side delt. That was my workout today. It was effective, it was quick, took me about 45 minutes in total. It was a very, very good lift. I recommend you guys trying that for some power output, but remember, the creatine definitely helps with that exertion of power. Like I said, creatine is one of the most backed up and studied products on the market, and I totally recommend everybody to take it. But when you do, you have to make sure you're taking it for a minimum of 1 month, maybe 2 months, because it takes 1 month for it to actually fully kick in and take effect. So take it for 2 months, I'd say, to really get like a baseline understanding of how it's going to affect you. And if you don't believe that it's working, do it for 2 months and then stop taking it for a month, and I can almost guarantee you'll see a change. That probably isn't the best approach because it's gonna take you another month in order to get that back into your system. So you've wasted now 3 months, 2 months of just trial and error. Start today. Take creatine. I have this tub which is almost empty, and then this one is completely full. Take it, start today, go get it if you can. Target's open until 11 p.m. Go get it. Have it at a curriculum time, meaning have it at a designated time every single day. If that's your morning shake, your morning coffee, put it in your coffee. If that's your midday shake, your smoothie, your glass of milk, your orange juice, your whatever, just have it at the same time every day. Not for any specific reason besides the fact that it's keeping you committed and it's making sure you're staying on top of it and you're not forgetting. So in all, creatine is one of the best supplements you can take, and I highly recommend everybody taking it year-round for increased strength, recovery, muscle endurance, literally everything and anything. Creatine is a necessity. With no further ado, I appreciate every single one of you stopping by today's channel. If you see right here, my newest video will be released, and click this to watch it. And if you haven't already, hit the little bubble that's floating in my hand. That will be the subscription button. Hit that and subscribe to my channel. That significantly helps me out. I'll see you soon. Peace out. Bye.